Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a very, very special edition of the Star Maker Bowling Show. Today is not only TwoCow's birthday, it is the birthday of someone who has meant an incredible amount to Kenny Bolin over the years.
Oh, yeah.
You might say not only is he a friend, but an influence, a person that Kenny looks up to, that Kenny relates to, that Kenny wishes were in his life every single day. We are talking, of course, about Wile E. Coyote.
Wile E. Coyote. Wile E.
Who
Coyote.
premiered today in 1949.
Who I look up to Wile E. Coyote because he stood about 6'6".
Yes, he's a very tall coyote.
Yeah, very
which
tall.
Which is why he was Wile.
Very large.
Also, happy birthday today to Hank Williams Sr., former NFL kicker George Blanda.
You do realize that we're going to have to extend the show by about 99 minutes if we read all those birthdays.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Chuck Grassley, basketball coach Phil Jackson, actor John Ritter, not only
big fan of John Ritter. Big fan of John.
Actress Cassandra Peterson, better.
Not as big a fan as I was of Wile E. Coyote, though. But.
Yeah, that's true.
Wile E. Coyote had a higher success rate than Donald Trump.
He has, but only barely.
Just barely.
Former Major League player Thad Bosley was born today, as was former Major League player John Franco. Actor
former Cincinnati Red and New York Met was a saves leader for a period of time.
Quite a long time. NHL star Alex Ovechkin. NFL middling to fair quarterback Patrick Mahomes. And finally, not Mick Fleetwood.
Not Mick Fleetwood. I was hoping it was Mick Fleetwood's birthday.
Yeah. Not
there it is. That's the entire list.
Also today,
that is every single meaningful birthday that I could possibly think of there.
Today's the anniversary of the date of the passing of Bobby the Brain Heenan. So,
oh my Lord, are you kidding me?
No,
the Brain died on TwoCow's birthday.
He did. He was.
Oh my
God!
God!
Upset that TwoCow was getting older.
He might have
be here for.
I think I need to touch more volume in my mic here. Give me a second. Well, wait a minute. What?
Hold on a second. We've been invaded by a stranger.
Yeah. I don't even know who the hell that is.
Thought you leave those keys behind the garbage can, didn't you?
I've heard of COVID deniers before, but for a man to complain that my bitch brought COVID, he didn't really say it exactly that way, but in so many terms of languages,
I said that bitch brought home.
Yeah, brought home the COVID. And then, we don't hear from him. We put milk cartons out, which apparently one of them panned out. So there were 3 milk cartons out there. One had a turtle on it, one had a cat on it, and the other one had Coltrane on it.
And we were all on the run because I didn't want my pets getting eaten, so we had to.
You had not seen the milk carton yet, Coltrane?
Not yet. No, I'm just now getting caught up on social media.
You're way behind. Yeah, we put that out along with the turtle and the cat, and we figured that 1 or 2 or 3 of you would show up eventually.
Then we figured out that it was a Haitian turtle who ate the cat.
Well, we had to keep them separated.
Shell
just like a raven.
Shell and all is what had happened. Now, if anybody is upset or irked that I'm doing the magenta light, y'all say the word, and I can say some words, and the lighting will change. I'm
wondering why it was so romantic over there. Like he had Prince.
Very romantic. Well, you know, when you got the cow's birthday going on, they just now had their dinner. I made them wait a little late tonight because I gave them rice and Costco dogs as a premium. I try to give them a little something special on their birthdays, and of course, all the dogs benefit when one dog has a birthday.
Oh yeah, you can't just do one dog.
No, you can't because Cal's getting rice and hot dogs, and the other 2 are going. We don't have
for his rice and hot dogs.
We don't have a conception of what today is. Why is this motherfucker?
There's no concept of birthday plans.
And Bob, while I'm thinking about it, because you know me, because 4 minutes from now I won't be thinking about it. I have been suggested that we launch an entire brand spanking new podcast on a whole nother fucking deal. And I've got a title. I've got a concept. I have a concept of an idea of a podcast. And if Coltrane wants to be a part of it, he can, but he's so unreliable we can't put his name on it. We can't advertise him with people thinking he'll be there. And but the show is going to be called, here's the show, and Coltrane can be there. It'd just be a surprise. You know, like when Johnny Carson would actually do the Johnny Carson show. It would
Right.
be a big shock that he'd be there. The show will be called Bowling with Bob. I ain't like that.
Okay.
That's,
Bowling with Bob. Brand spanking new show that Bob will create.
Oh, I will.
So that we can see how, and it'll be a once a week show just to see what it'll do.
Yeah.
And it will be a PG-13 show. People going, that show's fucked already.
That ain't lasting long.
It'll be a PG, and
We're
I'm
off
going to
to
do
your
everything
3
I
seconds.
can to honor that. Coltrane might have to be hired as the bleep guy. We might have to broadcast with a 38-second delay.
I can hear it coming from a mile away.
With Coltrane, we'd have to broadcast with a 38-day delay, so he doesn't have to show up for the show.
I think I'm back for good now. I got all this shit taken care of.
There you go. But Bowling with Bob, I came up with that title hours ago. And it was a family member's idea to just start from scratch. Keep this one for those that are loyal and enjoy this type of shit with the foul language and the rants and the hatred of certain people. Only one or two that I can think of, which is not that much hate these days of all the hate going around if you watch television. But Bowling with Bob, I kind of like the name, and PG-13. I'm in between on whether we should have politics. Probably even no politics. Sports, entertainment, television, current events, pro wrestling,
Pop culture.
no pop culture, no politics. If you want that shit, here it is. Because I can't talk politics on a PG-13 show.
No, you cannot.
It can't. No, it's not fucking possible. And then we'll just start fresh and just see what it does and get the word out. Because when I started the bowling alley for the first time, of course, it was pre-COVID, pre-Trump, pre a lot of shit. And we had 1,000 subscribers in fucking no time. Now, I still haven't figured out, unless it's due to Coltrane's opinions being similar to mine and language. Maybe that's why his numbers aren't where I think they should be.
Yeah.
But if we just start clean, Michigan Mike's in the house today. Bowling with Bob. Michigan Mike has given his stamp of approval on bowling, but it's bowling, B-O-L-I-N.
Yeah, see, the pasta part wants the naughty words.
But when Bobby Heenan was passing the torch to me, he said, let's bring him out here. Bowling for dollars. No. Bowling service. So he called me Bowling for dollars, which for those of you that are 196 years old, why PG-13? Well, because YouTube has a tendency to fuck with those of us that say fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Algorithm wise.
My Instagram is just like stuck. I was at like 950 something, and it went down.
People have been telling me that Instagram has been copywriting their shit recently. I talked to a guy into getting Instagram because I told him how many views we were getting over there. I said, yeah, we get dick over here. We go to Instagram, post miniature shit, and we're getting 50,000 views a month. You know, explain that shit. We ain't making any money off from it, but hey, you know, you got to get like 10,000 views a month to get paid over there for 10,000 subscribers or something ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a ridiculous.
Break it out for those of you
like $4 per thousand.
The Oreo Coke comes in thimble size, and I've got people all over the world looking for this shit. Jana likes the title. Jana likes it. Bowling with Bob. I'm a fucking genius, man. I mean, let's just say it. I mean, Trump claims it. I'm it.
PG-13 won't last an hour.
PG-13 will last until I run my fucking mouth about something. That's how long it'll last.
Till you open your mouth.
Now, wait a minute, Bobby. Bowling with Bobby. I worked in the professional wrestling industry on television several of those years on a Christian fucking broadcast network, which I did say fucking on twice, by the way, but I was told to. I did that an hour a night for many, many moons. And being as I was getting paid, I didn't say all those horrible things. Still got my opinion across, still was a heel. And I'm capable of these things.
It's easy to be careful when you're being paid.
Well, if you're being paid, well, yeah. People have me come on and do their show. First thing I'll say, what's the language at on here? Anything you want, Mr. Bowen? Well, fuck you. Let's get this bullshit going. All right, so that now we're just off and running. Dutch Mantel Show likes me to tone it down a little bit. That's why I'm not on there much these days. Maybe why I got canceled the other day. Didn't even get the courtesy of a phone call. Dutch Mantel. He apologized for that, by the way.
Well,
but apparently his co-host, his host the reason the show even exists over there, the whole reason that they have any subscribers whatsoever, James,
who does work really hard. I'll give him.
I don't think like he works way fucking harder than any of the three of us do. That's for God.
He works harder than the three of us combined.
Well, no, exactly. That was the point I was making. If you hadn't interrupted me.
Yeah,
So
with the clarification.
With the clarification.
Yeah.
So I was supposed to be taking his place, and I never got the phone call. I wasn't looking for the phone call. I just knew something was going to happen, and so maybe I'll be rescheduled again in the somewhat near future. I don't know. I either will or I won't. It ain't like they're paying the big dollars for me to appear on that show anyway.
Now, Paul, are you actually betting on women's basketball?
I tried that twice, and it's a don't do it.
You told me it's not easy.
I've had spreads that were like 20 points that seemed like this is a slam dunk. Man, nope.
All right,
the
ladies.
20-point dog won.
Bobby's had one of these in a 20.
I have had one.
Here it is in the 7.5 ounce dispenser.
Hold on, Kenny. We have to give you the big screen for this. So
All right, give me a big screen.
I can barely see the can.
As a matter of fact, let's change the lighting. Computer, change the podcast lights to candlelight, please. There we go. All right, so we'll show it again.
This is the
And
world premiere tasting of
these ain't easy to find. These ain't easy to find, by the way.
No, you ain't lying.
Now I had to order these from the Walmart at a Seduce Straight, and Oreo 0 calorie Coca-Cola. Here we go. I do look much cuter in this light. I might stay with this.
Now, this is the first tasting whatsoever from Kenny Bolin.
You ready for a spit out?
All right, let's do one more.
Well, now I tasted it, and I'll let Kenny give his opinion, and then I'll describe the way I described it on Facebook.
I have yet to find it.
Kroger's.
Not bad.
Oh, it was a big empty spot.
I will certainly say I like it. It's not as Oreo-y and chocolatey as I had heard from others that have had it. But not bad. I mean, I would certainly just based on those two drinks, I would, if they're on the shelves at a reasonable price, I'd buy them. I got the 2 10-packs for $9 is what I got.
Yeah, now I found that the smaller the sip I took, the more chocolate taste I got.
Yeah, that's what I just tried there. I mean,
it seems like too much flavor.
I mean, 12 ounces don't last me long. 7.5 sure as fucking don't. But if you want some good flavor, it's a good little hit. It's like a drug of some type.
It's different, right? I said I didn't hate it. I wouldn't go out of my way to buy it, but if someone gave me one, I wouldn't turn it down. It's not like I'd go, that's awful.
Yeah, but, I had a scenario there that I cannot talk about on this show. But for those of you that have tried things and, not sure if you liked it or not, but you tried it again later, then you probably liked it. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, so I took small drinks and I could get it. I didn't really get the flavor.
Is he looking for heat? Is he looking for heat?
Yeah.
No badge, no donation.
Never seen that name before.
Sitting on Oreo. I know he's brand new. Well, I've left the show wide open like 4 times in a row as a courtesy to those that we're trying to recruit. And I've begged all of you, if you want to build the show, I get Ghostwriter writes me all the time with all these great ideas how to build the show. I said, well, we can build the show by you actually making a donation. We appreciate your $3 badge, but if you actually made a donation, that would help. And then find 2 or 3 people that enjoy what we do over here. You enjoy it. You're here every show.
I mean, that more than anything.
Do you have 2 or 3
share the show?
Yeah, share the fucking show. I mean,
that's what I tell people on our show. Just tell one more person.
By the end of the week, we'll get a few hundred views on Facebook, not counting the live views because they don't count the live ones. There'll be a few hundred views and 1 or 2 shares. How fucking hard is it? Because we're not on the PG show.
Also, if you guys
the Coltrane clip,
no,
I fired him. Coltrane's monthly time limit ran out.
It's like a track phone.
Hit the like button on the show because that pushes it up in the algorithm.
I've had track phone. Yeah, hitting the like button helps. That helps.
Takes nothing. Hit it, share it with your friends. Just share it on Facebook.
Well, Pasta Tart, you have me. Pasta Tart, really, you ain't got 2 friends. Pasta Tart had some great news today. If she would like to share it, she wrote me with some good news today. I heard from George Captor today. He said he might be in tonight. If not, we'll be seeing him in the near future. And he had some good news. So I was advised by family members not to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway because we've done it before. I was told, "Oh, you're no better than your trolls. You're stalking him." No, I'm going to reach out. I'm going to reach out. I'm not trolling him. I'm not trying to cause him trouble. I'm not trying to repossess his house or his vehicles or anything. Not trying to rip
Cut
the
him
roof
off from his funding.
I'm not trying to stop payment on his debit cards. I'm not trying to shut down. I'm not trying to shut down any ways he makes money, like's been done to me. But if we raise, because we got about 7 families in here that could use some serious help. If we can raise, Bob's suggestion was 500. My suggestion was 250. So we're going to go with 350. We're going to cut it in the middle. If we can raise $350 total tonight, and I know we're not because I know y'all, but if we can raise $350 today, but I've said that before and y'all have surprised me. If we can raise $350 tonight, before the show ends, I will pick up the phone. I'll dial the bat phone and try to get James Elizabeth on the phone at a reasonable hour.
I almost tweeted out today that and tag both you and that other person. In the tweet, say it was going to happen.
Strangely, you're not blocked, are you?
I'm not blocked.
That is amazing.
I don't think he knows who I am. I don't.
I assure you, he does.
Well,
Because the snitch bitches send clips of the show to him all the time. Because I've heard from the snitch bitches that they do, and he can never not watch a clip with Vince Russo. And supposedly, he now hates me and my son as badly, if not equally. Maybe even surpassing that of Vince Russo because of my son calling him out on a few things. If the snitch bitches are sending him something, you haven't done too many shows without me. So, yeah, I can assure you he knows now. He might not know how to spell your name because I don't either.
That's it. He keeps trying to block me.
Yeah, I don't know how to. I don't know how to. Well, no, actually, officially, you don't know how to spell your name because Spellcheck knows how.
That's right.
Bob criticized me the other day because I tried to tag him in something and I couldn't find him. He's, well, maybe if you knew how to spell my name. I said, well, maybe if you knew how to spell your name. Because Spellcheck knows. Like the Filipino girls are always correcting me when I don't know how to spell their weird-ass variation of their name. My new friend Jasmine knows how to spell her name. That's pretty much how you spell Jasmine. And then I see another girl with the name Jasmine, JAZYMILMNOP or something. It had a lot of letters. Had a lot of letters in it. And she did not know how to spell Jasmine. But or maybe she did because Jasmine you think would have a Z in it, but it did not.
Good.
Apparently Jim don't know who the hell I am because I'm not blocked.
You're not blocked either?
Nope.
I doubt he knows who I am.
Well, you're not on the show often enough to get blocked.
Yeah, you have to actually show up. You'd have to actually show up and say something that he doesn't like.
All right. Congratulations.
That was a period of time.
Got a new job, makes $4 an hour more than her previous job. So it was a rough period for you, I'm sure, while you were out of work, but now you're actually going to come out ahead looking good. So congratulations, Posse.
I don't know. As you know, the polls are never fucking accurate anyway. Remember the red wave that never happened? So
how many of you actually have taken a poll?
The biggest polls are always the ones you don't believe. So we'll just wait till election day and see what happens.
A Republican-sponsored poll.
My brother told me.
Me too.
My brother told me.
You could tell 5 questions in.
My brother told me to get mental help. Zach Bonifer. I wrote Zach begging for a donation the other day, and he just ignored me.
I bet Zach's coming here tonight to donate $350.
You think he's been saving his money since I wrote a bunch of people saying, "Hey, can you come up with $5 or $10 or 20?" And then I think Zach blocked me. I think. Yeah.
I think Zach will block you.
He didn't block me, but like a lot of other people, just fucking ignored me. Knowing we needed $5 or $10 to help some people, and just ignore. But he wasn't the only one. And then there were several. Adam McNair, I had not heard from in a long time, and he says, "Kenny, if y'all get close to that 350 tonight, let me know. I'll try and push you over the edge." So
we're close. We only need $349 away.
Yeah, somebody just took back some money they donated here, so we're looking good. Let's see if we got anything. I'm not smelling any. Oh no. Well, we got something. Zach Bonifer with 1111 donating the Scooby birthday.
On TwoCow's birthday.
On TwoCow's birthday. He could have at least donated. Well, no, that would be less, wouldn't it? Today is
Well, unless you do it the way they do, like overseas,
$9.17.
17-9, right?
Yeah,
So
could have done it
European
reverse.
method.
So, Zach Bonifer, you do have the honor of being the only donation of the night.
Zach
And
Bonifer's the only one that
we
wants
really
Kenny Bowling.
thought we might do pretty good tonight. But
He's the only one that wants Kenny and Jimmy to make
yeah,
up.
he's the only one that wants me and Jimmy to rekindle our friendship. He's the only one.
In fact, what I was going to tweet out was, if we don't hit the 350, if Kenny calls Jimmy, I will donate 350 to any. In fact, I'll just do this right now. If we hit the 350, and Kenny calls Jimmy, and Jimmy answers
the phone,
I will donate $350 to any donation, anything Jimmy wants donated to, even if it's his own personal pocket.
Well,
$350.
I can tell you now. James,
that's going to be the
James Trump Cornette.
The JEC Foundation.
Never saw any dollar that he didn't like better than his. Well, whatever. We'll just leave it at that.
So there we go. Now, if Stacy answers and doesn't put Jim on
real fast,
doesn't count.
Jaded Zen Entertainment. Those folks.
I've heard
have been missing in action. I guess to help pay for the milk carton. Have donated, paid $20.
Yeah, I feel like.
Oh, I was telling my son the story about the turtle. He says, when a fucking turtle escapes your house, there's bad shit going on in that house. I said, not only, and then I told him how far the turtle got away. He says, motherfuck. Crossed an interstate, I think you told me.
Crossed the train track. And a couple of busy streets.
Then you recreated how the turtle got away because the turtle did it again. The turtle knew where the hole in the fence was.
Oh, yeah.
One of the goddamnest things I've ever seen. Nicole has donated, naughty Nicole, nasty Nicole, friendless Nicole, we should say, has donated $10.
But not jobless.
Not yet. No. The better times are coming for her. And I hope George Captor is watching the show tonight. Now, whatever he does, he can't do tonight because something he's been waiting on just happened. And he said it's going to take a few days to process it, but he says he's going to do something nice for the show here in the near future. How nice, I don't know. I said, whatever you're comfortable with, we always appreciate. He asked me how many people needed help. What do they need? I said, well, here's what we're trying to do.
What's the population of the Philippines?
This will help
Pick
about
out the two rich ones.
I don't think he's getting that much. Cheska is desperately trying to get to Manila. Shit's going bad with the people she lives with now. Her biological mother wants her out of the house, doing her own thing, doesn't want to help her with schooling or anything. She's got relatives in Manila that are willing to help her, but she needs transportation money to get there. We're probably looking in the neighborhood of $30 or $40 to get her there, and some food money to get her where she needs to be. She's looking to leave October the 2nd, so a couple of weeks. So if anybody wants to be of some help with us, I got tomorrow. I will give. Well, thank you, Kevin, man. Appreciate that. And we will take pledges. We'll take pledges. We will count that towards the 350. We'll take pledges. And because Naughty Nicole says, "Oh my God, you're going to call Jimmy? Well, why don't you wait till October 2nd when I get well? Today's the birthday. Be inappropriate if I didn't call him on his birthday."
Yeah, he's holding a big ass bunt cake in this picture.
I wonder what he's doing tonight.
Holding a big ass bunt cake.
That could be.
It looked good though. I'll tell him.
Very well good. Oh! You saw a picture of him holding the cake.
He's on Twitter right now. It's from Stacy. Happy birthday to my amazing husband.
Oh,
love you, baby. And he's holding a big ass pound cake with some.
Would it sound shady of me if I said that's faker than Melania wishing her husband that she's glad he lived the assassination? Jesus,
you'd know more than me.
I would know, but no one wants to listen because would I know? Yeah. I don't even know Stacy lives there anymore. I think she lives with Melania in New York.
Yeah, they got that Linda and Vince thing going.
It's the wrestling business. I also want to talk about Monday Night Raw. Apparently, I had not seen a frame in 3 weeks, and I didn't know it. So I decided to watch Raw last night. There wasn't a lot else on, and I was going to watch the Monday night game later. Who did I pick in the Monday night game? Because I don't remember.
We all picked Philadelphia.
We all picked to cover?
Yeah, to cover.
What was the spread? Because I heard it was big.
6.5, I believe.
Oh, well, fuck. No wonder we picked Philadelphia. Because they were acting like Philadelphia, huge favorites tonight. I mean, what was the spread? 20, 21? And
Yeah,
no wonder we took. So I ended up finishing 5-11 then, right?
No, because Philadelphia did not cover the spread. They lost by 6, or they won by 6.
Oh,
so you were 4-12.
Oh, they were.
I was 7-9, and Jason was 8-8.
Well, why don't you just put fucking rubbing alcohol in the goddamn wound? Goddamn.
Yeah,
5-11.
So there were a ton of games. There were so many games. Don't tell me the fix is not like Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore,
Kansas
City, Cincinnati
by 8 points.
Yep.
The spread was 8.5. Houston won by 6 points. The spread was 6.5.
Yeah.
Philadelphia won by 6 points. The spread 6.5.
Yeah.
Really? I mean, this is.
I had a family member says if you can bet on it, you're an idiot because somebody knows something. Somebody knows something.
Washington just had to push it 1 yard.
Look how many parlays he barely missed.
Exactly. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Washington had to push it across 1 yard and 4 downs, and now they had $421.
Your microphone fucked up over there. You're getting a big hum there for a minute.
Did I?
But yeah, the parlay is the drug dealing of gambling. Yeah, the parlay is to get you just close enough to go, oh my God, I damn near won $1,000. Let's try it again next week. Try it again. And they keep you close enough. And like this week's games, there were so many games there that a half a point and to a druggie, which is what, no offense, my brother's addicted to. He was at the casino last night, shocked he didn't win big. And hi, brother.
I did a lot of just straight up winners, and some.
I did pay to win. I did tell my brother tonight that I would pay for his mental health care and a mental health evaluation because he keeps telling me that I need mental evaluation because I believe what Joey Reid says. Kamala Harris,
the credible Joey Reid, who's a journalist.
Yeah, he believes that people are apparently eating dogs and cats and turtles and pigeons and ducks and geese. And I need mental health because I believe 96% of the world as opposed to the 4%. He told me Mark Cuban doesn't have enough money to buy Fox and Twitter. I said, well, both of them combined ain't worth $86. Twitter has just dropped to almost no value whatsoever thanks to Elon dickhead. And Fox still owes nearly $1 billion that they haven't paid yet. So maybe Cuban could negotiate that down. And it ain't like he's got to pull cash out of his pocket to buy it. He could get other investors to go in.
Leverage it anyway. He's not going to.
Yeah, it's not. And I don't know that Elon pulled cash out of his pocket to buy Twitter, did he? Or did he? Maybe he did. I don't know.
I don't think he did. I think he.
Either way, he's lost a shitload of money because he's a dumb fuck. He fired. Apparently, he fired 70% of the staff when he got there. What'd you do that for? Well, we figured out we could run it on 70% less. And then Don Lemon said, not very well. so Don Lemon was on Joey Reid tonight. So I got to make sure to watch that. I haven't got that far into Joey Reid yet. But Don Lemon has not been on a CNN or an MSNBC in quite some time. And I don't know if anybody's ready to hire him or not. And I've always been very critical of the opinion host because if Cuban were to buy Fox News, you can say goodbye to 6 to midnight. That shit's over. From Jesse Waters to Gutfield, all that shit will be gone.
What's that chick's name?
Laura Ingraham, who, by the way, used to work in Louisville.
Judge Jeannie.
And there's another right-wing nut job. I forgot his name. Used to work in Louisville. Ingraham went from Louisville to Colorado and then eventually somehow ended up at Fox. But yeah, Ingraham used to work at WHAS radio, I believe.
She is just vile.
Well, and look at this Judge Janine Drunken.
Oh, I hate that bitch.
Has she ever showed up sober for a show?
I wouldn't
know.
She's
contractually obligated to be drunk.
I think she's
They do a breath test. That she
what a racist fucking bitch to
be Latin,
to be Latina. What the fuck? And then and Senator Ted Cruz, I wouldn't think he's 100% natural born Cherokee Indian.
Well, he's half Cuban and half Canadian.
Yep.
So he shouldn't even be here, according to Republican rule.
You would think.
Born in
And
Canada.
then the other thing I want to point out.
He's an immigrant.
And the other thing I want to point out is they're talking about all the hate coming from the left because they said Trump is a what was it? It's been debunked that Trump said good people on both sides. That it was taken out of context. No, I watched the goddamn conference. I watched the goddamn conference. Yeah,
he didn't make fun of that reporter when we watched him do it.
Well, he did.
But you cannot say good people on both sides, and no matter what you follow it up with after that, don't matter. Yeah, Hitler, but
not the Nazis.
Yeah,
not the Nazis.
Some good people over there.
Hitler did some good things.
The trains were always on time under Mussolini.
Yeah, because I've heard people say, well, he invented the Volkswagen, or had a lot to do with it, or he invented the interstate system, or something to do with it.
The Autobahn, yeah.
Whatever he did doesn't matter. When the bad
offset this whole genocide thing,
when the of course, to a lot of the Trumpers, that never happened.
Well, that's
these people that Trump's invited to ImoralLoco. He'll go there and claim he didn't know that they had those beliefs. Has them to dinner.
Heck, Laura Loomer has those types of beliefs. I mean,
you know what? I'm going to say what I can't. I'm going to say what I cannot say on our PG-13 show when Bob has that up and running tomorrow night.
I won't be on it, but we'll get it running.
Well, just get it running. I don't give a fuck if you show up. It's called Bowling with Bob. It's going to be like Cold Rain. If you're there, it's just a bonus.
We'll just get a cardboard cutout, put it in the chair.
I'm going to say what you cannot say. I'm going to say what you can't say on the PG-13. Pussy's a powerful thing. Because if he's so horny, because he hadn't laid Melania since probably right after Barron was born.
I'll say Barron was born.
Many people think that Barron's not his. Because you can't look at Barron and see anything that says Trump. Not like those other two ghouls that run around.
Well, not as much, no, but there's definitely a bit of around the eyes.
Shut up, Bob. I'm trying to make a point.
But Trump kind of looks like any typical like redneck. You know, I've seen 50 people that look just like him, but they have beards.
Well, maybe Trump's like me and just can't grow a good one. I don't know.
Yeah,
because why is it Trump supporters? Because at least you're groomed. Why is it Trump supporters look like
Grizzly Adams?
Like they're with Hell's Angels. Grizzly Smith even.
Grizzly
Smith. And act like Grizzly Smith.
Well, that would fit. I bet Grizzly would be in trouble.
Cornette didn't know Grizzly Smith was doing all that shit. I'll confront him on that tonight, too, if we raise the 350.
You know, they say any beard that grows beyond like your skin 100% has some fecal matter in it.
I gave Adam McNair a shout out.
We could have gone all night without knowing that.
Yeah,
mine's true. Mine barely gets on my skin. Right? So
like, no, I'm talking anything that hangs below that because there's just so much shit in the air.
Right.
But just think about that next time you see all them Trump supporters, just toilet faces.
Eunice has wrote me and says that her cat's missing. We have so yeah, we have the 10 from Nicole, Jazzy Jana from Louisiana, who I'd hate to bring this up. Stomped Bob Hazelwood's Cowboys dicks in the ground. So you can't say that on the 13 show.
I didn't touch that game on purpose. I just had a feeling something was going
Bob
on.
and I did because we thought that Dallas at home winning 16 straight regular season games would cover. I mean, I thought so too. They thought otherwise. So I write Bob. Bob hasn't even started watching the game yet. And I'm trying to start shit because Jazzy Jana hasn't said anything. And I write Bob and say, hey, Jazzy Jana's talking shit on you, Bob. What about? I said, you ain't watching the game? He said, well, it just started. I said, well, watch the game. And he says, big shit. Cowboys ain't even got the ball yet. Well, I'd already seen a little further ahead. I said, okay. So Bob starts watching. All right, big shit. Yeah, we're down 7. We're down 14. Then Bob writes while I'm out to dinner because I paused the games for hours and went out to dinner. And then Bob writes, starting to get worried. Apparently that was 21-3 at that point or something like that.
After the third consecutive touchdown,
after the third one.
Good.
Those motherfuckers are marching up and down the field like it was the South going to do it again in Birmingham or something. God damn.
It's like the Cowboys forgot to come onto the field for the first few drives.
Yeah. Well, I remember the
Oh,
Bengals.
seriously, we got this. You're good.
I remember the Bengals were so bad at one point. They said the opening kick. They said the other team didn't even bother to take the field. They kicked off to the Bengals, then left the field. And they said 8 plays later the Bengals scored. That's how bad they were. Took them 8 plays with no. Kept running out of bounds for some reason. Didn't want to hit air or something. So, but yeah, the Jazzy Jana Louisianas were looking pretty good. They have scored damn near. Oh, is it over 90 points they've scored now? I guess
87. I think they've scored in 2
87?
games. 87, 88, something like that in 2 games. Ridiculous amount of points.
I'm gonna have to drink 2 of these at once. Is what I'm gonna have to start, because that'd be 15 ounces, which is 3 ounces almost more than the standard. 3 ounces more than the standard.
Those little cans. I don't know what the point of them is.
I don't. But to get more fucking money, that's what the deal's for.
Well, yeah, because 2 of them equals 14.
When is Trump? Remember when Trump was holding up 12. The little bitty Tic Tacs and said that this is what inflation's done? These were Tic Tacs when I was president. Now, no, they were a smaller fucking version of Tic Tacs, probably inappropriately priced. So when is Trump going to hold up these? Yeah, when's Trump going to hold these up and start bitching about these? So my ignorant brother, the racist homophobe that lives in the trailer park out, him, if he's watching.
The one on the welfare. Right.
We had dinner with him a couple of months ago. We had dinner with him, and we're sitting there with the racist homophobe in his hometown, in his home restaurant. I'm outnumbered 99-1 with Trumpers, bearing Trump hats and flags to give to all that might want to fight me, just to tone it down a little bit. And he said, and I said, so what is it what's your problem with Biden? You don't know, man. And I'm doing him perfectly, by the way. You don't know. I said, no, Tim. That's why we're asking. What is your problem with Biden? Name me 3 things that you think Trump is going to do better than Biden. You really want me to answer that? Yes, Tim. We would like for you to answer the goddamn question. What?
That's him trying to think of something.
He's trying to think of something real quick. And then he says, gas prices, man.
Oh, my God.
Okay. All right. What is it that you think? And they weren't all that horribly bad when he makes this statement. Because out in Carroll County, for some reason, gas is higher out there than it said here, and he doesn't get the $1 a gallon Costco discount that I get. Do you know what I paid for gas just a couple of days ago? Gas is fucking ridiculous here in Louisville right now. Gas Buddy has got prices down to $1.48 a gallon. So we've got a membership at Costco to where we get so big a discount. More often than not, when we go in, we get about $1 discount on our gas. I paid $1.48 a gallon. Do you know what it was during the Bill Clinton administration the day he left? In Louisville, it was $1.88. At Super America on my quarter in Fern Creek, it was $1.88 the day that Bill Clinton left office. I got gas for 40 cents lower than when Bill Clinton was in office. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. If we're going to give credit, so he wants to blame Joe when gas is a tick high due to world supply and demand and gouging by the oil companies that are making more fucking money than they've ever made in their goddamn
record
lives.
Profits.
Doesn't want to blame them, but I can't get this redneck out in Carroll County, this uneducated buffoon, to give Joe credit. If you're going to blame him when they're high, then but he's just like all these congressmen and senators. It's the bread prices, it's the eggs, it's the gas, it's the Biden comma. Well, okay, well then I guess we got to give him credit when it's low, right?
No. That's expecting Trump to come in. So.
No, we can't do that. That would fuck everything up if we gave him credit for doing something good. The bottom line is, folks, they ain't got jack shit to do with it. It's world supply, demand, and corporate gouging.
And in the world, we're actually among the cheapest.
We're in the top 9 prices worldwide. Mm-hmm. And that was the last time I looked. Fuck, it might be better than that now, because that was when we were averaging $3.30, $3.40 a gallon. Gas Buddy had gas here in Louisville for $2.48 a gallon yesterday.
I know, like in England,
and we go to Costco, get our $1 discount, $1.48. Couldn't get it that cheap when Billy Bob Clinton was in office.
Now it is high here. I'll say that.
Timmy John, the racist homophobe who hates Joey Reid because her skin's dark and educated, the worst kind of black.
Her skin is educated?
Very smart. Very silky, too. I've touched Joey Reid. And no, I should have asked her. I should have asked her first. I really
asked her first.
I really should have asked her first, but I didn't, and I got what I deserved. But no, they won't give you credit, and so if you got to bitch about anything now, start bitching about eggs. Everybody, eggs are high. At least they are. What now? I can go to Aldi and I can get eggs for $1.89 a dozen, which was still a tick high because I was getting them at Walmart for $1.39 about 45, 50 days ago. Now they're $3.77. And then supposedly there's some chicken sickness going around. Apparently the Filipinos got all the chickens sick because they're all sick, and then the chickens got sick. Now everybody don't want to lay eggs the right way. So, but no, they're not $3.77 for me. You know why? Because when eggs hit $2 a gallon, I said, well, I don't need eggs anymore. So if something's high, folks, quit buying it. Get together as a nation, because when you quit buying perishable items like beef and eggs and cheese and various other items that have expiration dates, they got one choice: bring the fucking prices down, or lower dramatically the production. That's their two fucking choices. And with chickens, I don't, unless you start killing the chickens in higher rates, I don't know how you lower the production. How do you make them quit laying eggs? How do you make them quit? So just quit buying them. Who here has to have a fucking egg? Oh, I love eggs. I don't mind having a couple eggs a day. I rarely do that, but if I want a couple of sausage patties and a lot of protein.
I haven't had eggs in a long time.
But I ain't paying fucking $4 for goddamn eggs. I ain't paying $2. So quit buying them. If beef is high, we don't have to have hamburgers. We don't have to have steaks. We don't have to have salmon. If it's too high, don't buy it. Find something else. Eat a fucking slice of bologna if you have to. And then but we as a nation have all the fucking control. We just won't do it because those that have the money or the rich people, you can't price them out. They'll pay $9 a pound for special ground beef. They'll pay $26 a pound for some fucking steak they like, or even more.
Right. Doesn't matter to them.
It don't matter. But if you want to unite as a nation and bring prices down, we can do it. And I guarantee you within 30 to 90 days, they would crumble. Just like with gas. The nation started targeting gas stations many years ago when it wasn't during the energy crisis in the 70s, but after that. There was a time that the Americans, when social media was got going, they would target either BP, Marathon, Gulf, whoever, and they would target one gas station per week. I didn't think it would work because whether just go somewhere else, who cares? But when you targeted it, when there was only those companies making their gas, now fucking one company will make 8 brands of fucking gas. You almost don't know who to target now. Right. But they started targeting one company each week or each month, and it fucking made a difference because that company, they're just sitting there with not moving anything.
They would try to do these like, we're going to boycott gas today, but it doesn't make any difference if you fill up extra on the day before.
Yeah, if you're buying the gas, it doesn't matter. It doesn't
if you
matter.
say, I'm not going to go to Exxon or Mobil because it's the same company.
Yeah.
Instead, I'm going to go to Valero or whoever.
Yeah.
I'll go to Murphy and get the Walmart gas. Then it will make a difference to those companies.
Yeah.
And if you avoid going in and getting all the snacks and the soft drinks because that's
you're an idiot for doing that anyway because of the outrageous fucking markup.
Yeah, and that's where a lot of their profit is on those.
A lot of the stations have told me that if we didn't sell the groceries, because a lot of them say that due to the corporate greed, but they don't make hardly dick on the gas, even though it's outrageous and you see all these outrageous taxes and everything.
A lot of it are taxes, yeah.
The money's made
like
on
a couple cents a gallon.
The money's made, it's next to nothing. And the money, they've told me the money's made on the marks coming in, buying the expensive shit that they can go to Kroger and get for a fifth of the price.
Yeah, you buy a 20-ounce Coke for $2.50.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, you're the idiot.
Right.
Well, I'm paying for the convenience. Well, go the night before and go to Kroger. Or go to, wherever.
Or
Costco.
Go online to Walmart and have them deliver it to you.
You can do that like I do, like I did today. They brought me my groceries. They brought me my dog food free of charge. Well, technically free. I pay an extra $40 a year and I don't have to tip. And I don't have to pay a delivery fee, which is normally $10. Normally, if I'd tip 10 to 15, and then I saw no tip service, pay an extra $40 a year, and then we bring it to you in an electric vehicle. They get paid $22 an hour, and $22 an hour, 40 hours a week. I looked it up; it's pretty good money. Pretty good money. In Louisville, it is. Now in San Francisco, maybe not. Our soda machine has 20-ounce bottles for $2. That is kind of crazy, but it's almost a good buy. I've seen hotels have got them for $3.50.
Yeah, I was about to say
$4.
Vegas had them for $3.50, $4.
Yeah. So that's actually not a bad buy. And if you really want a fucking Coke real bad on a hot summer day, $2 for the convenience. If you're dying of fucking thirst and you're out walking around, and some guy's got fucking 20-ounce sodas for sale for $2, you'll gladly pay it. I understand that convenience. But if you're making a road trip and you know you're making a road trip, put a fucking cooler in your car, fill it up with
cans or
fill it up with Dr. Thunder for $1.98 a 12-pack, and you're set to go. Let's see if anybody else.
You don't want to spend the entire trip drinking Dr. Thunder.
Well, Bob, the show's about over. It ain't actually about over. What's the total we got? No, and we've
got $61.11 counting. Kevin's.
Fuck. We barely qualified for extra time tonight.
Yeah, actually, no. What did Jana do? $10 or $20?
Jana did 30, I think.
Okay, so if Jana did 30, we have $91.11 counting Kevin's pledge.
Kevin pledged 20.
Kevin pledged 20.
For when's he get paid? Tomorrow?
He says tomorrow.
Okay. Well, I'm done with my 7.5. And they go, Kitty bitching, and he pays $4.50 for a 7-ounce can. No, it was 10 of them. 40 cents a can.
45 cents a can.
45 cents a can. And you know, if you want the taste of Oreo in your mouth.
Plus, it's a tripped up can, so I mean, it's not like it's
You're paying for the art.
I possess one of these. You do not. I can safely say none of you out there right now have one of these. If you do, send it to me, and I'll send you 45 cents and buy you.
I finally found the ginger ale that has like the fruit and the cranberries and shit, because it wasn't on the market for like 3 years around here.
It must be a black thing.
What's that?
Ginger ale with fruit.
Ginger ale.
Does anybody drink ginger ale at all anymore?
My white ass is not. Now, when my tummy hurts, I'm rushing to get me some ginger.
Oh man, yeah. Yep.
Me and my son both will load up on some fucking ginger ale if we got it.
And for some reason, it has to be warm for it to work. When your guts hurt. I had a family member telling me that I was one of the blackest people that he knows. So he goes over to the soda machine, and I get mine. You want to guess what 2 drinks I got while I was at Wendy's the other day? No, they don't have grape, so it was I can't remember what Wendy's said.
I got Fanta Zero Peach, and I got Fanta Zero Pineapple, and I love both of them. But here's where you're wrong, mushroom breath. He goes over there, and I see him pouring this drink, and and you know how they can fizz up real good. What you just said. He's over there, and I see this fizz, and I got the glasses on, and it looks purple. I said, "What are you getting over there?" He says, 0-calorie grape. I said, "What the fuck?" He says, "I ain't getting your black ass one." He says, "Then they'll know that you're not my father." Explain to me. You're a black man, I've heard.
That's what they tell me.
Why do you think? And it could be a stereotype, but it's one that's stuck. Why is it that they think black folks love grape soda so much?
Because growing up, all we had was
I love grape soda. I loved it since I was a kid.
Yeah. A lot of us, grew up with Kool-Aid and Shasta and all that kind of stuff.
Okay. Shasta and Fanta.
So it's a Kool-Aid thing, you think?
Yeah, it was the most flavorful because
Kool-Aid, and we grew up on a lot of Kool-Aid. We could not, even though sodas were still pretty cheap back then. We were a Kool-Aid house. Mom would make a 2-quart pitcher of Kool-Aid, and that's what we had. Does Jazzy Jana have a? Is she going to chime in? My racist grape soda remark I've just made. Can't do this on the PG-13 show, by the way. Can't talk about grape soda on the PG-13 show. But I was freaking out because there I drank the pineapple and I drank the peach, and he's loading up on the grape soda. I was like, what the fuck? Get off me, because like you said, it's hard to find grape soda in a store anywhere.
And that was like the official picnic drink.
Like Meyer doesn't even have. I used to get 0-calorie Meyer brand grape soda for next to nothing, $1.98 for a 12-pack, and they don't even carry grape soda no more. Chris told me that the Meyer brand's all gone. They don't even sell it no more. But yeah, they got that machine where you turn the dial and you can get almost any fucking flavor you want.
Oh yeah.
I asked for vanilla and they didn't have any because I love vanilla. Well, Coca-Cola has just done away with cherry vanilla Coke.
They
He
did.
says, "Well, Dad, you can get a cherry Coke and a vanilla Coke." I said, "That's a lot of trouble." And I like
Turning those two dials.
And I like the vanilla better than the cherry anyway. But I did have a new drink that I invented. I got home, I had half of my peach left in my cup, in my Wendy's cup, and I had a Dr. Thunder. And I mixed the two, and I had peach pepper. Peach pepper that'd be a big selling drink. That'd be good. You people ain't donating much fucking money for all the entertainment you get tonight, and I haven't even talked about the new. I think we're done on donations, man. I think we've dried it up.
Oh, poor people. Jimmy is waiting by his phone.
Jimmy's waiting
by
his
phone. Landline, going, please,
Looking at his watch.
can he call me tonight?
Well, how long are we here, Bob? Our time's almost up.
We're at 50:35 right now.
We're
almost done.
10 more minutes.
Well, let's talk about the. I am so excited about the new announcer of Raw.
Raw, yeah, he's pretty decent.
He's not only decent, he is great. He is a big time college football announcer. And when Wade Barrett introduced him, at least Wade knew some history on him. So this man has called about every big time sport there is. I put him in the category with Gus Johnson. Gus Johnson has been one of my favorite announcers of all time. Before Gus Johnson, I liked the guy that called they called it a Hall of Fame football play. I actually got to talk with him on WHS radio one night. He was a guest on one of the local DJ channels here. Goddamn, what was his name? He was always the B announcer on NBC, and he called the Miami Dolphins San Diego Charger game, and he called the hook and ladder play. And if anybody can think of his name, and I should be able to come up with
Marv
it.
Albert.
Wasn't Marv Albert.
Not Brent Musburger, is it?
I don't think Marv Albert. No, Brent Musburger, CBS. Brent Musburger, you're looking live. That's a Brent Musburger.
Okay.
And I've noticed that Michael Cole had started doing that, was introducing some of the pay-per-views and shit. He would go the "You're Looking Live" thing. What was his fucking name? The announcer that called the hook and ladder play, he called the Miami Dolphins. Don Criqui, that's him. Don Criqui. Don Criqui was my favorite announcer. I loved him. He was such a good fucking announcer. I always liked Kurt Gowdy calling baseball or football. Gowdy was one of the good ones. Tim Brando, the Iron Unkind guy, had him on the show. He was such a good announcer. Said he was trained by basically Kurt Gowdy, which I didn't know till I had him on the show. But what is the guy's name on Raw? John
Tessitore or something?
Joe Tessitore, is that his name?
Tessitore, I think.
I know him most from boxing.
So I tune in. Well, I didn't even know he did that because I don't watch a lot of boxing or MMA or anything. So I figured he had to have some type of wrestling or fighting background for him to get that job. So I noticed I tune into Raw and I hear this voice introducing Raw. You don't see him. And I'm going, my God, that's that college football announcer, because I could not think of his name. That's that college football announcer. I think that's brought him in for some special thing tonight. And then I listen to it, and they go to the desk, and they act like he's been there for 15 years. And it's him and Wade Barrett. And Wade's back and forth so much, I couldn't remember who fuck was calling Raw anyway. Yeah. And I said, well, where's the tattooed neck guy? What's his name? I can't even think of his name. Corey Graves.
So Graves and Cole are now back on SmackDown together.
Okay, I've heard they're on SmackDown, and
when Pat McAfee leaves, they put him and Graves together and move them around.
Well, here's the thing: McAfee leaves every college football season because he's doing game day. But I guess Bob's got to go bathroom. But
someone's talking about Howard Cosell, and I got to leave.
But Joe does college football every Saturday. He's actually calling the fucking games. He ain't picking games and not even picking against the spread. So he can do the actual games on Saturdays, but McAfee can't do college game day and do Raw on 2 days later on Raw.
And he at least has a plane or a tour bus or some shit that he could.
Well, I don't know that he has a plane, but I'm sure that there's a bus or
access
provide one. Yeah, access. He's got access. Mystery tourist. Well, see, when you leave comments in here, you either have to make a donation or get a badge, and you don't have either. So,
who was that legit football announcer that was just a disaster about 15 years ago?
Mike Adamley.
Mike Adamley.
Yeah.
He wasn't very, well, he ended up doing some game show or something eventually.
Yeah,
Mike Adamley, NBC Sports, former Chicago Bear. And I didn't know if he was labeled an absolute disaster, but he was not very good.
Oh,
but
yeah.
He held his job longer than he should have.
Absolutely. And then they made like a general manager.
I mean, we opened the show up for everybody, but membership has its privileges, and membership and donations get your comments posted, and we respond to them. Yeah. So that's kind of how it works up here. Tyler C's in the house. How you doing, Tyler C? Tyler C's in the house, but for the fuck of it, being as this the first time I've seen you in here, I was a big Howard Cosell fan. What a lot of people do not realize is that Howard Cosell on TV Guide once was voted the most hated announcer and the most loved announcer simultaneously. He got the most of the most hated votes and most of the most loved votes. That's not easy. That's something I could get. I could get that most hated and most loved. I'm pretty sure. It's the story I'm telling myself.
I'm certain that you could.
Yeah, a lot of badges in here, but mystery tourist. I love it when people come in with the fake names. We don't know who they are. I just love it. Why can't anybody just be Kenny Bolin and just be bold and say what you got to say and no fear in your heart? All right. Mystery tourist, what state are you from?
It's a mystery.
It's a mystery. It's a mystery. We don't want anybody to know. Yeah, that'd be the smart answer. I'm okay. Better than so Tyler C is saying I'm all right now, but last week I was in rough shape, you know? Yeah. Well, my previous 45 days wasn't all that fucking good.
Boy.
That's TC from the NC there, by the way. TC from the NC. Seeing if we do have a $10 donation from TC from the NC, so that gets us over 100, counting the pledge.
Apparently, somebody owes Billy some money, so he'll give you that $50 when it happens.
Billy, who owes you money, and why do they owe it to you? And maybe I can be of some help.
You know, shake them up and rattle them a little bit.
This is a shock. I just got a credit report from my Chase bank account, and it says, "Mr. Bowen, your score hasn't changed very much since August." Well, that's strange because I haven't financed anything since 1992. And I decided to be, if I didn't have the money for it, I'm not going to get it. And one of the few things that Johnny Risen taught me, that if you have some savings ability, eventually makes sense. But no, I got carried away financing shit in 1992. Fortunately, I had a real good job, and within 3 months, I paid off my $10,000 credit card. But then I saw how much the interest was when I was paying my rent with my credit card and car payments and everything. And then I said, well, that wasn't smart. Now my credit card's full. But I made enough bonuses and 3 checks at Humana that I paid it off. And I said, I'm never financing anything again.
Yeah. If you have the ability to pay a card off every month, it does. Yeah. It makes
I have the ability.
I just that card.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, it makes some sense to use that card if there's a reward, like Discover's got cash.
And there are.
You know, so you can.
Or if you travel that.
But I've taken great pride in not financing. No, it doesn't do anything for your credit, but I worked hard and got the money to get it. So I never really worried about it. Never ever had the desire to have a new car, not after I bought one and saw what that cost me. And then the fucking interest to put on it.
You get a new TV for like $8.
23. Let's not exaggerate. That TV cost me $23, counting insurance money.
When I'm that guy, that's always like a generation behind.
The TV in the bedroom, I paid $19.94 back in 2012, and then 2 insurance payments later, I've profited. I made $7,000 minus the 2, so I profited $5,000 off the TV in the bedroom by putting a H.H. Gregg insurance policy on it, and then a renter's insurance policy on it, and 2 lightning strikes later. And never bothered to get the TV fixed. It's fine, but they said that this needs to be replaced and that needs to be replaced. But unless you're really looking at the dark scenes and see a little bit of a glow in the background, and I'm talking very little, it's nothing anybody would ever point out. And I said, well, fuck, I ain't going to drop $3,300 on another fucking television, because they replaced the entire TV. And so I just kept the checks and still have the same TV from 2012. a 73-inch Sharp, and unless it's in 4K, everything that airs in the bedroom looks just as good as it does in the living room, unless it's a 4K. Now, if it's 4K on OLED, that looks pretty fucking amazing. And OLED does a lot to help even standard television. I guess if I had them side by side, but when you ain't looking at them side by side, and then the TV in here is the 70-inch Vizio, and I got that from a repair shop and a trade for advertising. So this one didn't cost me anything. And then that TV cost $23 after I paid the Sony insurance. I had a Sony insurance policy on it. And that was the worst TV I'd ever had. I'll never buy a Sony again ever in my fucking life. I'm going to get a 55-inch TV screen. Well, what do you have right now, Billy? Billy says it's a secret. Billy,
black and white.
is Billy coming in here keeping secrets from me? What the fuck? All right. I don't like that. But no, Billy, if you need your money, you know, I don't want you giving me your last $50. I mean, you know, if you're okay, we appreciate your donation. But I don't want you giving me your last $50 or 45. Oh, you got a 45 now, so you're just going. Billy, I was looking in the Walmart ads today. You can get a 70-inch TV for under $500.
Yeah, and wait till Black Friday. You can get all kinds.
And wait till Black Friday, and they'll probably give you one if you come down the store and pick it up.
Yeah, I got a 43-inch for 127 when it was on sale at Walmart.
Oh, it's ridiculous. Black Fridays are just ridiculous. But no, don't get a 55, Billy. You're home. You're on disability. Get you a fucking 70 and enjoy yourself. Don't watch a shitty 55.
My room is
if you watch Bowling in 75.
Oh my God, you'll never miss this show again. You're gonna not realize how cute I was. I mean, I might turn you gay. I don't know. I might turn you gay.
Or bi.
At least that. Got that going for us. I've turned a lot of women gay, I'll tell you that. I've done that.
That's a dubious distinction.
Isn't it now? Oh, there's so many women I've been with, and they say, that's all right. I think I'll be gay. I think I'll be gay. So, I turned Eunice gay, Cheska gay, Jasmine gay, Ruby May gay. Ruby May at a very young age decided to be gay. I don't know what it was. Nicole just decided just not like human beings at all. You know, just not to run the risk. So yeah, I don't know. So yeah, Joe, how do you pronounce the last name?
Tessator.
He's good. He's good. And the funny thing about it, I was talking with a family member, and we were talking about big fight field tonight. Well, this is one of the things he says. The game will open up big fight field tonight, and it might be Notre Dame versus Northern Illinois. Big. That's not a big fight.
Got you excited though. Yeah.
Florida State, Notre Dame's big fight field, something like that. And there he is. There he is. The mystery man has a badge. Couldn't talk him into a donation.
Welcome to Bowling Plus.
Welcome to there you go. Welcome to Bowling Plus. We appreciate it. That's something. It's a step in the right direction. Step in the right direction. See, we played hardball with him. Got him aboard. He's probably going to be the one to donate the other $250 we need to have me call Jimmy here. Jimmy's getting nervous right now.
Come on, Jimmy.
Well,
he's halfway through the bunt cake by now.
Halfway through the bunt. Did she get him a cheap ass bunt cake? She didn't go get him like those Filipino cakes that my friends get me that I never get to eat.
Ice cream cake or something.
Yeah,
it looked good. I'll say that. But
thank you. It's a pleasure to be here. Best $2.99 I've ever spent. Well, there were other options.
We know you have options in your.
By the way, where's that? Who's that guy Ryan who blew another pick, bad mouthing Catholics? Where's he at? Yeah, remember he shit all over Notre Dame again, and Notre Dame just dick stomped some team about 66-0 or something. It got ugly. And remember, and he went against Notre Dame. Went against Notre Dame. They just beat the shit out of somebody. I told you, man, do not pick on my Catholics. I might be an atheist. But if I got to pick a religion,
a Catholic atheist,
a Catholic, well, that would be another.
That's pretty much what I was growing up.
I think that's what Stephen Colbert is. He claims to be Catholic, but I don't know. So mystery tourist, where have you been your whole life? Because now the mystery's over. You've spent the $2.99. And I was telling somebody earlier today, a Ghostwriter. I said, well, man, we got 5,000 subscribers. We don't know why they do not see our show. They didn't subscribe not to watch it. And, you know, we get X amount, maybe 150, 200 live views, give or take. But they don't count. And then we're lucky to get 300 or 400 more views. Used to be it was nothing for us to get 1,000. It'd be nothing for us to get 2,000 or 3,000. Back when me and Maya were doing the show by ourselves, we'd get 10 before COVID, we'd get 10,000 views a week. Jesus. Wasn't anything. We weren't monetized then either. So,
maybe COVID killed all your listeners.
Could be.
Only anti-vax.
All the people that hate listen.
There you go. How about Gene Snitsky? I gave Snitsky some shit the other day, but I didn't hear anything back. I said, hey, Gene, I hear you got COVID. You all right? Anything I can do? He didn't say anything. I just trying to be helpful. Everybody thinks I'm trying to instigate shit. I just trying to
cheering them on and stuff.
Anytime those anti-vaxxers get COVID, I'm there for them.
Oh, yeah.
Turn to me. I'm anything I can do.
I just got my 6th shot last weekend. I was promised superpowers and death and nothing.
By the way, we do have a big announcement to make. Bob can confirm this because he saw the screenshot. Mr. Kennedy wrote me earlier today and wants us to get him scheduled for a show in the near future.
Demanded to be on the show.
He says, I want to come on a show. So he will not PG-13. Will you quit fucking with that goddamn microphone while I'm trying to announce a guest?
I was trying to put up something cool and it just
Coltrane says, now this is why I've been gone for 6 weeks.
There you go.
Right here. This fucking abuse you hand out to me when I have the
old ass Dolphins helmet I was trying to put up here, and it just.
Well, I got a new ass Dolphins helmet that's off camera. If I can get it.
That microphone topper you had.
Yeah. Oh god. Well, the whole
wavy.
It's locked on. It's locked on so tight. The whole microphone's trying to come with it. But y'all
back when you could get these out of gumball machines.
I remember those.
Yeah, you try to plug them in as much as you can to get the one that you want, and you always got like a bunch.
Yeah. If you spend about $8,
Giants, no more Jets.
Oh god, I would flip a gumball machine over a fucking Giant helmet. How about those pathetic uniforms the Giants wore on opening day?
Oh my god.
Those
well, they weren't as bad as the ones the Bears wore the other night.
I like the Bear orange uniforms. With what's wrong with them?
Do you like the Pittsburgh
jailbreak?
They're
ugly.
I do not like the Pittsburgh jailbreak.
I hate that shit.
No, I hate those. But no,
I prison yard.
I like the Bears orange uniforms better than their regular uniform. What's your problem with orange, Bob?
I just hate. Well, it's Tennessee.
Well, hate's a strong word. Let's save that for Taylor Swift, please.
Yeah, I
save that for Taylor.
I got a problem with burnt orange.
I'm a grown ass man, and I'm going to tweet out, "I hate Taylor Swift."
At 7:48 in the morning, he wakes up at ImoralLoco and just tweets out in all caps, "I hate Taylor Swift." It was well, they said what ate him up is that he saw that she motivated 500,000 new registered voters, and I bet you 6 of them ain't voting for Trump. I think the low would be 6 or less that are going to vote for Trump. And he's also affected because Patrick Mahomes' wife. Now I don't know if Holmes is a Trumper or not. I don't know if Holmes is a Trumper or not. If he is, I hate him. I'll just say I hate Patrick Mahomes. I'll tweet it out tonight after Mark Cuban buys Twitter. I'll tweet it. I'll wait until I'm safe. Mark will back me up on it. But his wife is apparently a Trumper, and Taylor Swift won't sit with her no more. Whatever her name is, Naomi or what, I don't know. No, but Taylor won't. Taylor, whoever. Taylor will not sit in the. Taylor will not sit in the private booth with her anymore. Because she was liking Trump tweets. That's all she had to do. That's good enough for me. You liked what? Fuck you, bitch. I'll sit in the fucking stands with Buford Townsend, former member.
With the common folk.
With the commoners.
With
where
the
I'll
unwashed ones.
I don't need a fucking private booth, you whore. That's what I'd have said to her. You fucking whore. And you goddamn Laura Loomer looking bitch. That's what I'd have said. And there was
something she just said like today that it was like the final straw for her.
So he tweets out that he hates her friend for no fucking reason. She picks her up. That's why he tweet. The final straw was not the 34 maybe the cat and dog sandwiches. Now I know Bob does not watch any of the videos I send him. I just send him to see how many I can send him that I know he won't watch. Just so you know, I know you, Bob. I know you don't watch a fucking one of them. But these dogs being cooked in pots. It's a bunch of Twitter shorts of people cooking their dogs with Trump. They're eating and the puppies are sitting in the pot like, please eat me. Please. It's just fucking ridiculous. And I think I sent some to Jana too, as a matter of fact. But no.
I sent a note to Coltrane one time saying, I hope Kenny never puts anything important in the video.
They're all important. They're all important, or I wouldn't send them. If I send you 30 goddamn TikTok videos, all 30 of them should be viewed. I don't just
get around to that.
John Whelan, my old high school buddy, wrote me. I sent him some negative Trump shit on Twitter. You're a closet Trumper, man. I know you love him. That's why you send out all his hate shit. You're probably in his corner. You're probably going to vote for him. I was like, fuck you, John. Those are blocking words. I'm just fucking with you. So you better be, you little bitch. I don't think I'm invited to the class. I think they've canceled the class reunion because they were scared I was going to show up. Because Oldham County High is probably, if it ain't 80% Trumpers, I'd be blown away. It might be 90. Me and John Whelan and a handful of the girls are anti-Trumpers, and most of the girls are pro-Trump. And I think in the fear that I was going to show up wearing a robe with my crown and possibly a ball bat in case anyone got mouthy, I think they have canceled the 45-year reunion because they don't want to deal with me. We've had all the other reunions, but the fact that Bolin might show up to antagonize us uneducated people that graduated somehow from Oldham County High School.
Both, Jana.
Yeah. What'd Jana say? I have to play
catch up with the messages. Yeah, you'll notice I'll be quiet, and all of a sudden I'm like,
you all are going to make me mad, and I'm not going to send you all 30 TikTok videos a day anymore. So don't rile me up. Don't steam me. I'm already steamed.
There goes Bowling with Bob again.
So now who am I going to send them to? Now I got to find 4 other fuckheads to send them to and irritate them is what I got to do.
I bet Billy Sellers
and
Billy Sellers would love all my TikTok videos, and he'd watch each and every one. So go back for the last 4 days, watch the last 120 TikTok videos, and you'll see why I sent them to you. Because they're all entertaining. And they're all short. They match your fucking attention span. Just watch the goddamn things. My son does me the same way. Why didn't I? It's 30 seconds. It's made for you. I didn't send you a fucking Fargo.
The average attention span is 6 seconds.
I didn't send you a fucking Titanic. Just watch the guy. It's 30 fucking seconds. All right. Mooch answers me. Of course, I don't send Mooch 30 TikTok videos either. That might end that relationship. I did get some breaking. Mooch did like because I sent Mooch the screenshot that Bob sent me about let's have the Trump, the Protect Trump gun law, whatever it was. And then I'll be goddamn if Joey Reid doesn't pitch it on her show in a different context. Joey says instead of a Democrat pitching it, let's have a Republican pitch it. Do you care enough about your president to pitch the Save Donald Trump gun laws? And he looks at Joey and says, they'll never vote for it.
Oh, they would just cannibalize that Republican.
Yeah. Oh, they would.
They did to Kyle Rittenhouse when he said something against Trump. All of a sudden, they wanted to.
What did Kyle say, by the way? I'm shocked Kyle was stupid enough
something
to do
about he didn't agree.
He's not a very bright kid, but
but he didn't agree with.
He actually thought he could go to Western Kentucky University and not get run out of town, and then he thought he could go to Atlanta and not get ran out of town, and then he even got ran out of Memphis.
Yeah, I was about to say he went to Memphis and that.
Yeah, down there in Jerry Lawlerville, he got ran out. But then again, Jerry Lawler didn't do so good in the mayor's race in Memphis either. Yeah. No offense, King, in case you're watching.
Well, Kyle said that he wouldn't vote for Trump because Trump was bad at protecting gun rights. And then, okay, yeah, I will. Oh, I will. Because
who has done more for the gun folks than that dickhead?
I don't know, but every MAGA person came after him with a vengeance after that. He was every little bitch traitor.
Well, he's got nobody now because
he reversed course.
If he wanted to ban assault weapons, Democrats would tell him to get fucked.
All he would do is say sarcasm. It was sarcasm.
That normally works if you're a Republican.
I have a concept of a sarcasm.
Say something real stupid, and then the next day it was just sarcasm, or months later, as in it was debunked that Trump said that you can drink bleach or inject laser light or drink Lysol.
Sarcasm.
I
Even
only
though we
watched
watched
him
it.
fucking say it, and then look at the what was her name? Who was the scarf lady that wore the scarf around her neck? What was her name? Does anybody remember? It wasn't Dr. Fauci, but his right hand woman.
Yeah.
I don't mean that in a bad way or nothing.
Fauchette.
Yeah, Dr. Fauchette. Yeah, that was her. And then Trump is looking at her, talking about injecting laser light, drinking Clorox, drinking Lysol, and we could get that into the system, and it cleans it out like in minutes, right? And he's looking dead at him. She's looking at him like, "What the fuck?" And then she looks like ducks her head, like she's not hearing him. And then he gets grief over this for like several days in a row. And I was being sarcastic, but every time he says something stupid, Timmy John, he said, even my brother's not stupid enough to say I was being sarcastic because he can't spell sarcastic. So don't use words you can't spell. And I hope
you see that Megyn Kelly interview with what was that guy's name? Rich Lowry?
I've seen Megyn Kelly just shit all over Trump, and I've also seen Megyn Kelly just stick that little tiny orange thing in her mouth and just love it. I've seen her.
That guy that he slipped up and he dropped the M-bomb on Haitians. I mean, he caught himself at the very end.
The
M-bomb? No, he goes.
Oh.
No. Well, he said the migrants. The migrants.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Let me
the migrants. Yeah,
the migrants.
Nothing worse than a goddamn migrant. I'll tell you that right now. Oh shit. But what I was going to be talking about earlier was this country was built by migrants. Well, maybe, and a few migrants were probably mixed in there too. I don't doubt it. But
have it pulled up. Listen real quick. Hang on.
Go ahead. Springfield residents calling to complain about Haitian migrants taking.
Oh,
yeah.
No, that wasn't Migger.
That wasn't.
No, that was not Migger.
Ooh.
Yeah. What did Megyn?
Absolutely nothing.
Oh my God, she
conversation just kept right going.
Just no one heard that.
Yep,
I heard it.
Apparently,
damn, heard it. I heard it.
The clip that I saw and heard sounded more like an M instead of an N.
Well, that one didn't sound like
that. That was very
sounded pretty clear.
I think Coltrane had that altered to make that guy look bad.
A little bit of Coltrane AI there. So we do want to take a second for a public service announcement.
Yes.
If you may be entitled to compensation, please call Hound, Wolf, and Chase.
Hound, Wolf, and I like that.
Fido Bona Esquire.
Well, I would go to that attorney because he's dressed, he's got a tie, he's not out there in a fucking t-shirt, just half-assed. He's dressed and ready to work right there. He's dressed and ready to work. Don't go down there crying and wolfing about it. Just bring your fucking case is what you got to do.
Yeah, that made me laugh like a wheezy.
If your owner and or neighbor, because it's not so much the owners that are eating you; it's them neighbors that we got to work. Them.
That was very clear that time.
So who was that said that and got no grief? I mean, why ain't Joey Reid playing that clip?
He's a conservative writer.
Oh, get out of here! Really? That shocks me.
So it was the Megyn Kelly show on the September 15th. He's the editor-in-chief of conservative magazine, The National Review.
I've heard of The National Review. Did William H. Buckley, who did he work for? Was he National Review, William H. Buckley? He was a conservative writer, but seemed to be a good man. Never heard him say the N-word.
Yeah.
Not recently.
So, that's just thrown around in this house like, confetti.
Well,
I mean, if it was that close to falling out, that wouldn't even sound like migrant.
Bringing COVID home the way you did, trying to kill us down. I'm going to miss about 7 bowling shows because of you. We've given some pretty good entertainment for almost no money.
Yeah, for how much do we have?
I don't know. I'm getting ready to look.
William F. Buckley was the.
Kevin Marr has donated $5 and says he's going to do 20 more tomorrow. Kevin with 5. We could use a few more bucks. Ruby May needs some help with school supplies and a project. And I haven't helped them in a while, so I told her I'd try to help. We got a couple of weeks to get Cheska to Manila. Probably going to be 3,000 pesos should get her food and her transportation. That she's got to take a boat to get there. But she says she's got to get out of the situation she's in now, or she's not going to make it. So I'd really like to help her. Jasmine, we might try and kick her 1,000 pesos to help her with food. She hasn't asked for it, but she's a good kid, working hard, senior, about to become a school teacher in June. And man, for those that work hard for themselves, I mean, any of these kids are in college, like Honey Rose, and Honey Rose would rather shit than miss a class, but she didn't have any transportation money for a while. We didn't have a way to send it to her for a while because she didn't have PayPal. Her sister tries to steal her money at a certain Gcash store, so we had to find another Gcash store. Her sister's a little bitch. And but her sister does not go to school, doesn't work, mooches off guys around there, just trying, and Honey Rose fucking works, and well, I say works, goes to school every day and just trying to fucking make it. Her parents don't have much money, so I don't mind helping the Honey Roses, who is a junior this year. Jasmine is a senior, will graduate in June. And so I guess technically kind of just became a senior, I guess. And because it's still going to be a little ways before she graduates. But hardworking girl, smart girl. Honey Rose is pretty smart. Our Jelly Bean is a college girl now. I didn't like that message I got this morning, though. Bob knows it.
Up early this morning.
Woke up this morning. I would have been waking up to the Sopranos theme. Woke up this morning, got myself a gun. Don't you ever wake me up this early, I'm going to shoot me some.
Yeah, so she has a 4 o'clock exercise and devotional, 4 a.m.
Explain to me devotional, Bob. You're a religious right-wing nut. What's
devotionals when you like study a little bit of Bible and you pray.
There you go. I knew you'd know. I didn't want to know. You religious
just a little bit. They'll read something.
Job,
they'll say, "Blessed are the Bolans."
Oh, I got.
They giveth to the Filipino.
They giveth
who asketh a lot.
They giveth.
Verily, verily, they doth asketh a lot.
Yeah, we don't taketh much. That's for damn sure. I got in Kirk Herbstreit shit on fucking Twitter. I like Kirk Herbstreit, former Louisville boy, now lives in Cincinnati, and that motherfucker posed for a picture with that goddamn piece of shit governor of yours, Greg Gutfield, Greg Abbott.
Yeah. Hey,
and I wrote him. I said, "Do you know what that motherfucker stands for? Herbstreit, you're a decent guy. You seem to have some decent blood rolling through your bone. You used to live in Louisville, Kentucky. What the fuck are you doing?" And I got in his shit on the Twitter. Boogeyman wrote me and wants to get scheduled for a show. So we got a couple of biggies looking to come on there. The Boogeyman, and I sent a screenshot so people wouldn't think I was lying about it. But Boogeyman is looking to come on the show. Yeah, a Boogeyman sighting. And when we bring him on, we're going to get a copyright strike because we are going to play "I'm Your Boogeyman." That's what I am. I'm here to whatever I can. Be it early morning, late afternoon, or at midnight.
Thank you, Kevin Marr, because he has shared our show on Facebook.
Well, finally,
someone actually shared.
Somebody actually shared the goddamn show. Thank you, Kevin Marr. I'm glad somebody fucking shared the goddamn show. I'm trying to get all this out of my system so when we do the big grand production of Bowling with Bob at 12 noon tomorrow, you got to get this shit up and rolling quick, Bob.
Yeah.
And
I need to get a meme together. I got a great. It'll be like Kenny will be bowling in a bowling alley, and my head would be rolling down the way.
Well, the original.
And I'm way in the corner, like looking. Maybe
have you seen the original bowling alley logo from 07? I got to go find that. It was me. It was me and Chris in a bowling alley with bowling pins, and then we had the wrestlers that I managed heads on the pins, like Cena and O'Hare and Henry and but all the guys I was managing back then had their head on a pin, and it was pretty cool. I don't even know who made it. I have no idea. Obviously, it wasn't me, and it wasn't Chris. So, but I'll find it. The original. I've got it somewhere. The original bowling alley logo. It might even be on Google if somebody had a way to search it or look it up or something. I don't know. But yeah, Bob, I think I like the new Raw announcer, but I think we've done all we're gonna get. I think the donations have dried up, buddy. Well, Jimmy, you're off the hook, buddy. No call for you.
God damn it! I was just waiting for that too.
I know he was. I was gonna
what?
come over
This
there.
is what's gonna. We're gonna make the call off the air, and all
Yeah.
you son of a guns who
Yeah,
did
let's
not
just do it off
donate
the air.
are gonna feel really crappy.
Yeah.
because we're gonna have an exclusive conversation with James Elizabeth.
All right,
Cornett.
we've been here way over time.
The
There's no
first.
more donations coming in. Poor old Mystery
Junior.
didn't make the big donation to save the day.
James Elizabeth
Nicole's
Cornett.
job ain't hit yet.
$3.
Nicole can't give us her next 2 paychecks. She can't do that. Mark Cuban could have donated. He's about to buy Fox and Twitter. That's pretty cool.
He just needs an in.
Oh, I will laugh my ass off if he buys both of those because goddamn right wingers will lose their motherfucking mind. They will lose their motherfucking mind. Let's see here. I think Musk would refuse to sell it just for the principle of the thing. But then again, he's made. But Fox, fuck, you should be able to get that for pennies.
Well, now that the whole Fox empire is basically in a live action version of the Succession TV
Pretty much.
show.
Pretty much. It's not far from it. Not far from it. So we covered. Did I cover everything I wanted to cover tonight? I think
We talked NFL, we talked WWE, we talked. Let's see what's all in the show.
4 and
We talked
11.
TwoCow.
So what are the overalls?
Happy birthday, TwoCow.
Yeah.
So the overall right now is college football. Kenny Bolin is 18-20. Jason is 18
Okay.
and 19
Okay.
because he did not make a pick on that Friday night Kansas
Yeah.
State Arizona game.
Oh, by the way,
I'm
glad you brought it up.
21-17.
Freeze it right there. You are disqualified.
Oh yeah.
You are suspended 10 games, which means 10 games comes off your total. You did what no picker should ever do. You picked that game, which was a stupid pick. What was the game? Do you remember? That was the Tim Brando game. What was that game? Do you remember? And I'm about to explain to you why you're in big trouble.
Let's see. My stupid picks were
Yeah.
Kentucky,
That was stupid.
Missouri.
Yeah,
was a
that was
stupid
another
pick.
dumb one.
Oh no, I picked Kent State. Yeah, that was pretty stupid.
Yeah.
I'm looking for the ones that we disagreed on. So Kentucky,
Yeah.
I picked Wake Forest over Ole Miss and missed
You
that
did.
one.
You did. You had
Utah
both.
State over Utah.
That didn't work out, did it?
Kansas State over.
What was the final of the Utah State game? You remember?
Is less than 18 points.
Chris was hoping you'd be right.
Yeah, less than 18 points.
Yeah. Well, I told you that was a stupid pick. It's a good thing you made a few stupid picks, or I'd really be in deep shit.
Yeah, so I've got 3-game lead in college football.
But you picked that
Wild
Friday
ass.
game. But here's what the people don't know, and this is why Bob's in trouble. And I went to the board. I had a private board meeting with the people in charge of college football picks, and we have decided that 10 games comes right off your total. I'm both NFL and college to teach you a lesson to never pull this shit again. Bob picked a game that was damn near over, and I was shocked to pick the team that he picked. And he's sitting there with those 8 monitors. He's got those 8 monitors. You know he knew the score. So I picked blindly and picked what any educated smart man would pick. And then Bob makes the stupid pick, which worked out real good for Bob because the stupid team he put was way fucking up. He's sitting there watching the game.
I have not watched one
I think he watched
minute.
Gatorade get poured on the coach's head when he
I have
made the
not
pick.
watched 1 minute of
Yeah,
college
he
football.
did. He did. He saw Gatorade oozing off the guy's head. He's well, where's the final score? I'm going to pick that team. And then me, I'm the stupid one for trusting Bob, thinking, well, Bob surely doesn't know the score of the game. Looking
Not
at it,
near enough. We've not talked about the Beatles.
we
I
have
like your logo there, Magical Mystery Tourist.
Oh, somebody come in here about a badge and blowing you all of a sudden. I don't know if I like that.
It was good. Well, I think
Well,
that,
me,
that
I like to
was
be
his
blown
pre-badge.
in a good
That
way.
was his pre-badge.
Pre-badge. Oh, it was his pre-badge, wasn't it? It was. All right,
Yeah.
we'll give him that.
Yeah, so we'll give him that. So there you go. Congratulations, Magical Mystery Tourist.
Let's see.
Roll up the match. In the NFL, I was 7-9. Jason was 8-8. Kenny was 4-12. Overall, overall,
Is that my worst week ever? I mean, I've had a
that is
couple of rough.
absolutely your worst week ever.
I remember I had a bad one or two last year that was real rough.
18-14. Kenny is 13-19. Jason is
I'm in striking
basically 8 or 9-9 because
if I
he
can
missed
get
an
you to
entire
quit
week.
watching the games before you, if I can get you to quit watching the games before you pick them, I could probably crawl back into.
You know what? I think next Monday we should do our picks.
Just next Monday. So the Monday night game was who? That was Philadelphia.
Philly and Atlanta.
Yeah, lost that one. Well, next week I got a strategy. Thursday I got a great strategy. Whatever I'm thinking, I'm going to do the opposite, and I should have a hell of a fucking week.
There you go.
I should go 12-4 or something. If I just do that.
Just pick the opposite.
Shame on all of y'all that didn't donate. I could have called Jimmy tonight, but as a matter of fact,
he would have answered.
As a matter of fact, Bob, I want you to prove I'm going to do this off the air. I'm getting ready to dial the number, and then before I complete the number, here we go. We're getting ready. So get ready to kill us, and I'm gonna let's see here. Here we go.
1, 2, 2, 2. Good night, everyone.